Hi, welcome to Local Flavor. I'm Deborah Anderson and we're here at Aunt Faye's Community Kitchen in Moreland, and I have a special secret treat for you today. We are going to make something called Aligot, which is something from the south of France, which when I heard that I went, well, that's where they make that melon that Cindy Crawford puts in her face cream, so it's got to be good. And it's a mixture between mashed potatoes and fondue. And I didn't think it sounded very good, and when I saw them stretching it, I thought it didn't look that good, but I wanted to give it a try anyway since it's from the south of France. And so it turns out I actually love it, and it's probably going to be a major part of my bodybuilding routine. So here we go. I'm going to start with a couple of pounds of potatoes, and I'm using Yukon Gold potatoes. I like the yellow color. They're pretty creamy. And it goes good with the color of the cheese. And when I'm peeling these because since it's mixing with fondue, I want something really, really smooth. So I'm not going to have any lumps. I don't want very many lumps at all, or any ugly things to make it look less beautiful. Now, in the south of France, the kind of cheese they use is called a tome. And there's like Tome de Auvergne, Tome de, they're all just named for the city that makes them. So I've never seen those in real life. So what we're having today is a mixture of Gruyere, which is a Swiss cheese from close to that region. Most of those tomes are Swiss. And we're going to use some mozzarella. That's going to give us the flavor we want, and we're going to get the stretch and the moisture from the mozzarella. So we're going to use about half and half. And I have cut up the rest of my potatoes already. In case you're wondering, yes, this is the Mario Batali peeler that will leave ridges in your skin if you miss. So be careful. It's a great peeler, but makes a really interesting scar. He's the chef that wears those orange Crocs, you know, and he's a ginger. Yes, he is. Yes. So I'm going to rinse these really quick and start them on the water. And while the water is boiling, we're going to shred the cheese. Oh, I lost one. I might have a little more than 2 pounds at home. I weigh them with a postage scale. So if we have a little extra, we might have some plain too. Then I'm going to put about 8 cups of water in, and we'll use just cold water because we want to bring it up to temp all at the same time. So, and we want to have, some people say as salty as the sea, but I consider that more like a brine. So I'm going to use more of a recommendation that they have for pasta, which is for about 2 quarts of water, which is 8 cups. I'm going to put a tablespoon of salt. Why? Mostly because of flavor. And it gives them the perfect flavor. You don't have to salt the potatoes at all at the end. Some people think it does raise the boiling temperature. I don't know if it raises it enough to really make a difference. Also, because of osmosis, it will draw more moisture out of the potato, which is important. Some people like to parboil their potatoes before they fry them, so that will make them crispier. So we'll start those, and when it starts to boil, I'm going to let it go for 15 minutes. But while we're waiting, I'm going to shred the cheese. Now, this recipe has 2 pounds of potatoes, but it also has 1.5 pounds of cheese. It also has butter and cream. So when I said bodybuilding, I mean like building bulk, like adding bulk to yourself, not necessarily muscles. So I usually shred the mozzarella first because it has more moisture and it'll stick more. This is an attachment for my KitchenAid. You can just chunk it up, but I think it melts so much faster and smoother when it's shredded. But most people probably just chunk it. Get her going. And I'm going to end with the Gruyere because it's a pretty hard cheese and it will kind of clean off the rest of that mozzarella. This is okay. I want all of this cheese. I love that Gruyere comes in like wax paper instead of plastic because it has such a beautiful flavor that it doesn't even want the plastic to mess with it. And it's a hard cheese. See how I can just snap it in half? And we're putting in an equal amount of Gruyere, so 1.5 pounds. Ooh, look what came out. Try again, little shredder. This attachment has a slice or two and a bigger shred. And then something that's wiggly. It's probably for some sort of vegetable. I use this to shred my zucchini also, to freeze it or to make it into cake. So there we have it, and I'm just using a popcorn basket from the movie theater to hold it in just because it's big enough. And I just want to make sure. Yeah, that Gruyere is awesome. So we need time for the potatoes to cook. Now's a good time to take a break. I'll clean up, and when we come back, we'll build it all together with the good stuff.
Gove County Medical Center provides compassionate care combined with today's latest technology. We offer a wide range of services to meet the growing needs of you and your family, including surgical and swing bed services, cardiac and cancer rehab, as well as our pain clinic, long-term care, OB, and ongoing lactation assistance. Serving all of Northwest Kansas, our team of doctors and staff are committed to healing through caring. Visit govecountymedicalcenter.org and find us on Facebook to learn more.
Some mobile phone providers think they can just take. They'll all take an arm and a leg for a new phone. Got it. And look out if you go over your data limit.
I didn't see that coming.
Unlimited data plans as low as $20 per line. Come into any of our stores for a free, upfront, and honest consultation about your data and wireless needs. Nex-Tech Wireless, the carrier you trust.
What a girl wants in her home kitchen. Ease of use, flexibility, fun, the latest kitchen design, Frigidaire Professional Real Stainless Steel for fewer finger smudges, a French door refrigerator, convection cooking, a quiet dishwasher. Have the staff at Genuine Appliance in Hayes demonstrate new Frigidaire Professional appliances to find what you want. Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th in Hayes. Everything a girl wants.
Come on down to B's Bargains at Smith Center, Kansas. We got the deals.
We have a wide variety of inventory like soap, toiletries, toys, mini fridges, even kitchen tables.
Everything is new at B's Bargains, but it's all half the price. Yes, half price. That isn't just a good deal, that's a great deal.
And with new items daily, our inventory is constantly changing. That means new great deals are coming in by the truckload weekly.
B's Bargains at Smith Center. If you can't find a deal here, you can't find one anywhere.
Make a difficult choice an easy one with Cedar View Assisted Living's knowledgeable and caring staff. Your loved one will be professionally taken care of as they transition into their new community. With movies, holiday parties, planned exercises, and games, residents will have opportunities every day to enjoy their time at Cedar View. Multiple room styles are available, ensuring a just right fit for your loved one. Come see Cedar View Assisted Living for yourself next to Sternberg Museum. The care you need, the home you want.
T-Max Trucking, LLC delivers service you can depend on and serves all of Northwest Kansas. They have shale pits located from Logan to Waukene that provide convenient access to your location. T-Max Trucking specializes in road maintenance, and they have a dozer, dump truck, backhoe, and grader to get the job done right. Their locally based business was established in 2012 and is both licensed and insured. Let T-Max Trucking LLC deliver service you can depend on.
Welcome back. We have been cooking the potatoes for about 15 minutes after it got to a boil. And so now I'm going to turn down the heat to low because I still need a little bit of heat when we come back. And I'm going to drain these. Ooh, yes. I thought I brought some of these. I'm going to drain them into a strainer. And the rest of this we want to do while it's pretty hot. So you need, I'm going to put in a cup of heavy whipping cream, and I warmed it a little in the microwave. I'm also going to put it in my pan first while it's still hot, because if you warm it a little bit, it's advised, I think, to keep it from curdling, but I don't think it has much chance of curdling anyway. This is a pint, but half of it was gone. So that was just a cup. And we have 6 tablespoons of butter that I've let get to room temperature. I should tell you, sometimes I put this through the ricer. When I show you my potato ricer, I'll explain. But 6 tablespoons of butter, and then 2 cloves of garlic. And then all the rest of the flavor is going to come from the cheese and the salt that we put in the potatoes. And when they make this at the big festivals, it's in a giant vat, and they actually stir it with an oar from a boat. So I brought my paddle just to give homage, I guess, plus it's my favorite wooden spoon. So I wanted to put in the garlic first so it'd have a little bit of time to cook down. But I don't want my potatoes to get too warm, too cooled. I want to use them while they're still warm. Pardon me. And I might have a little bit extra. I'm using a potato ricer, which I have seen these at auctions for years. They were antiques, and I kind of wanted one, but I thought they wouldn't fit in the drawer. But after I tasted some at Thanksgiving, I went, yeah, I have to have a ricer. So I got this one at IKEA, but I'll still keep an eye out for an antique one. But it presses it through just like a garlic press. And I'm going to put some in this bowl just so that we can taste it later, that it gets all the lumps out, but without overworking all the starches. And so they're just delicious, just without even putting anything on them, really. But when I do make regular mashed potatoes with these, oftentimes I will put the butter through here too, just so that I don't have to stir too much to get the butter to melt. Clever. But since this cooks, we want this to be stretchy, so I'm not too worried about the starches in this. So it'll take me a minute to get all these pressed through, but isn't that awesome? It looks like your Play-Doh Fun Factory. And I thought I had a little bit extra potato, that's why I saved some back to just taste plain. Oh, I don't want to lose those tongs because those burn my fingers to death. You might not think you need a ricer, but you do. Oh, look. Jason wanted me to take out these potatoes sooner, but I thought they still need to cook, but they're falling apart when I pick them up. See that nice yellow color out of these with the Yukon Gold? Yum. And this is still on low heat just to keep everything melting. Is it a mess? Well, at least I'm not getting milk splashed on my head from a mixer. I think it's so fun. This should be the end of it. Look at that. And they are just perfectly meshed, all by hand. I just put that in the dishwasher to clean it myself. And then the next thing we want to put in is the cheese. And like I said, you can cube it, but I did it in shreds so it would melt faster. You do not want to put in all the cheese at once. Some people say you can put in about half. I just put it in a handful at a time, and as soon as it's melted, I add the other handful. So this is going to get handled quite a bit. And as we go, it'll get stretchier and stretchier. So that's why I kind of call it a mix of fondue and potato, mashed potato. So if you are trying to stretch your fondue dollar, I guess this might be a way to add some cheap potatoes to it. Or I think it's a good excuse to eat your fondue with a spoon instead of having to dip a vegetable into it. So just trying to help you out. Now the Gruyere was on top, so now I'm getting down to where the mozzarella is, so it'll get some more stretch. Actually, my arm's really getting tired. I saw that ore going in there, and they would just pull it up and it would stretch out. I don't have all my cheese in yet, but look at that. I fed some to my friend, Jackie, and she said it was so weird because she'd take a bite with her spoon and then it would fill in like quicksand. So it's pretty fun. And you don't have to cook it very long. As soon as the cheese is melted, it's ready to taste. My cheese is almost melted. It makes me so happy. It is, trust me, I did not think it was going to be that great, but it is so good. I'm going to turn off the heat now because I think it's pretty much melted in since I shredded it. Look at that. And you can serve this over like a sausage or any kind of big hunk of meat that you like. And I'm gonna make sure it tastes just as good as it did last time I made it. I think you could make it with Swiss cheese instead of Gruyere because it's a similar flavor. And Gruyere is harder to find and kind of expensive. So Dillon's has their Swiss cheese on sale all the time. Here, watch how it fills in. It'll make you so happy. It makes me so happy. It's so delicious. I hope you'll give it a try. It really wasn't that hard. And I hope you'll join us next time we have a local flavor.